I did. Hey, everyone. Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Mission Briefing. Today is going to be pretty exciting. We're going to be discussing what it takes to build JAMstack apps, like e-commerce JAMstack apps with GraphQL. And I have with me today Vish. Vish, thank you so much for joining me. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. Hey everyone, I'm Vish, Vishwa Mehta actually, but Vish for short, and I work on the DevRel team at Hasura. When I'm not doing all the cool community and DevRel things at my job, I'm usually found in my natural habitat, which by the way is that lovely reading spot in my background, buried under a bunch of books and reading the best minds of the world.
Nice.
Apart from that, in my own time, I love to listen to music and just chill. Sometimes hand letters, that's my thing. I love reading poetry and I also write a little bit of that, but that's a secret that we need to keep.
That's awesome. It might be out now. A lot of folks are going to be watching this.
Yeah, totally. But what I can give you is that for the longest time ever, my Twitter bio was quotes Whitman while coding, right?
Yeah.
So, in the spirit of that, I'm going to quote Whitman before we start coding today.
Nice.
And so, this is my favorite Walt Whitman poem, and there are a few lines from that which goes, I will sleep no more but arise. You oceans that have been calm within me, how I feel you, fathomless, stirring, preparing unprecedented waves and storms.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes, let's kick this off.
Hell yeah. I love it. Nothing like kicking it off with a poem. That was so cool. All right. So yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna dive in a little bit. First of all, thank you for mentioning music because I realized I didn't have the music on, but I do now.
Let's,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Got some
marketing
music
center.
on. So there you go, folks on stream. You got your tunes. Yeah, and yeah, so okay, today is exciting. We're going to be talking about GraphQL. Big surprise, folks. Welcome to the Apollo Twitch stream. Yeah, and so we're going to be taking a look at, so we want to, the end goal is to have a Jamstack app that statically deployed and from a CDN and it is you know, scalable, right? But we want to use GraphQL and we want that dynamic part where we want to be able to do e-commerce stuff like checkouts and add items to carts and things. What does that look like? Real quick, Matron X, Xander, thank you for joining us. Love to have you here. Love to see it. Yeah, and yeah, so we're just gonna start off with a discussion because like there's no one right answer and there's actually a bunch of different ways we can do this. So I figured let's take a couple look at all. So oh nice. So Oben speaks. And oh Malcolm Vez, what's up? How's it going? Nice to see y'all. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about it, right? So really when we talking about back end infrastructure, uh I guess we have a bunch of options, right? And it ranges all the way from like I'm gonna get pretty low level and build this thing myself, maybe use some kind of existing API. Maybe you're really just want to torture yourself and you decide I'm gonna build it completely from scratch in your whole own system. But hey, do what you got to do. But regardless of that, we could use some kind of like service where we just have an API and it's up to us to build the functionality we need to the flip side of that, where we can hopefully find something maybe that's even fully managed, where it just gives us the kind of cart and checkout functionality. Maybe it's all even already like a GraphQL API, and but each one of those kind of has their own trade-offs, and then you can kind of also meet in the middle. So I'd be real curious to hear your thoughts, Vish. Like, what do you think you would reach for? Like first, do you tend to go for the more fully managed, or do you like a little wiggle room, or yeah,
I mean, as you said, as you mentioned, there's going to be a lot of trade-offs in each case.
yeah,
But personally, as someone who might want to reach out for something that's a bit low code, because I, at least from my perspective, I want things that would help me, just get things up and running quickly. where I can just a bit more beginner friendly,
Yeah.
but also not compromising on the flexibility. So I personally might want to reach to something that's a bit more managed, and with like some more boilerplate codes, things that are already set up, something like that.
Yeah.
So a service or a solution like that would really matter a lot to me, because in general, I think it goes with, since we're talking about Jamstack apps, um, it goes with the entire accessibility point of view, because it kind of brings down the bar a little, the entry point for people
Yeah.
and for developers. I think that's an important point to keep in mind. So I personally would go with a solution like that. But I think it's very important when it comes to choosing between something that has more wiggle room and something that's fully managed for you. I think the trade-off comes down to how much flexibility do you get when when you go the fully managed route. So you
Yeah.
shouldn't, like, you need to consider some kind of bottlenecks if there are any, and there's always going to be some point where you'll feel like, oh, I wish I could do this myself. Like, how easy is it to eject that boilerplate code that you get
Yeah.
and do it from scratch just in that same service, but also have that, that service get you things up and running. So that's my view on that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. There's a couple of great things that you mentioned there. One is which is like being, the more managed, the less of a roadblock it is for folks who don't have as much development experience or don't want to deal with managing their own stuff. So that's a real good insight. That's a good point that I didn't think about. Yeah, for me, I am also a fan of the simplest tool for the job, like the least amount of complexity, or basically, I guess you could rephrase that as being as lazy as I could possibly be, right? Like whatever I can do. So yeah, I'll always go for something um, managed if I can do it. Like if it's affordable, it has the escape hatches that I need. The escape hatches, ejecting, that was something else that you mentioned. Like, yeah, like yes, I do want it to be easy, but at the same time, I'm probably going to need to do things that people haven't accounted for. How easy is it to do that? Yeah, and so I guess that kind of puts us pretty much on the same page, in the same boat,
Yeah,
if you will. Yeah, we're just rowing along, two people trying
exactly.
to find the simplest solution to GraphQL. I love it. All right, so we could talk about some options. I did some deep research, and by deep research, I mean spent about 15 minutes Googling. So I figured we could talk about some of the stuff I found. I would love to hear chat if you have any ideas on good, either like fully baked GraphQL API services for handling something like e-commerce, like checkout and cart. Let me know because we're going to talk about one, and then we've got more open stuff. But yeah, would love to hear what you know. And same thing, Vish, if you've got any things that you know about, we can kind of go through. I only got a list of like one, two, three things, but they're going to be the most common, which is like CartQL, which is pretty much the fully managed thing. So actually, let me go ahead and switch us over to desktop as well. So yeah, so what I got is CartQL. This looks like a pretty strong option. I was messing around with it here, and it's like you just pass the ID of a cart, will return like the existing one or a new one. If it will create like a cart for you. It's already written up in um, GraphQL and has like a lot of predefined things for you. So it's pretty nice. Like there's nothing in this cart, so we don't get uh, anything. But if I were to add items to the cart, then we would in fact have items. Like I think if I go to their example, it might have. How do I do this? Yeah. So here's a cart. Let me blow this up a little. That's got to be small. There we go. Yeah, so this has items already. So it seems like this has support. I have no idea what the UI looks like. I have no idea how it works. I imagine API keys or something. But if we pick this, we could probably just go, I think, for the most part. I don't know. We'd have to see. Like, how do we do items? Like, is that on us to figure out? Or do you add products? Um, and there's visit playground, but I want to, try to, maybe this isn't even out yet. Schedule it. Oh no, well that's for scheduling a demo. Completely free. Am I missing something? Try it now. Oh, I think you just go to it. I think as long as you follow the schema, I guess it's just open. Is that really possible? Huh?
I think that's the case.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can see visit the playground. So cart
Yeah.
plus checkout completely free.
Yeah,
And webhooks. Okay, so that's paid if you want to use webhooks. But
exactly.
otherwise,
I think this is the docs, and like this is how it works.
this thing looks neat.
Drop a link. I can. Sorry. Yeah, I normally do that, and I didn't. So I apologize. There you go. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me. Okay. I should bot myself. Whoa, that was weird. Let's try that again. Oh, I broke it. Hey, there we go. Does bot work? Oh. There we go. I fixed it. All right. Okay. So let's see. What am I doing? Oh yeah. I guess it looks like to build to work with your existing inventory. Got it. So we would have to have our inventory somewhere. However you handle carts on the front end or as a separate microservice, CartQL. Yep. Okay. So that's cool. So let's just see if there's like a. Ooh. Yeah. Well, because it's works with Apollo client, I would imagine. And there is a checkout. I don't understand though. I'm a bit confused. I just want to know, like, where's the docs? Is there docs? Oops. Hey, Hazura. I don't think there is yet. I think that's where we're at so far with CartQL. So I think if we do that, there'd be a bit of digging around and seeing how that works, which should be cool. Next up, we've got Shopify. Shopify clearly has a background with e-commerce. We could set this up, and they expose a GraphQL API, I think.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, well, there we go. So there we go, right? They expose one. So it's API only. For CartQL, if you're talking about CartQL, then yeah. I didn't hear your bop, Malcolm Vez. I wonder if it didn't work for you. Did you hear it? No, and I'm not hearing it. Try Zap. Oh, it's like breaking. See, it doesn't work all the time. It's very frustrating. All right. Okay. Yeah, so we could do Shopify because it's already built in. So again, we pretty much just have to build the client. And there's a Shopify, if we go with Gatsby, there's like a Shopify Gatsby plugin. So we could easily do, and that's a pretty common JAMstack e-commerce recipe actually, is Gatsby and Shopify. So that's another route that we could do. The other one that we could do is a bit more of rolling our own, which is Stripe is a great API. Yeah, so it's a great API, and we could potentially build our own backend.
Yes, and I don't think Stripe exposes a GraphQL API.
No, they do not. So we would definitely have to set up. Yeah, it's not coming out. It's not coming through. I hear the sound, but no one on stream does. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. I need a sad trombone sound. If I can get the sounds to work at all. Um, okay. All right. Let's see. So I feel like those are probably our three best options.
Hmm.
What where do you fall on these three? Should we try CartQL and just see where we get with it, and then because even if that doesn't work out, we could switch to Shopify because then we're already into the front end. We're already building the app. Um, the only problem is if we do CartQL, we need somewhere to like store our items. For now, that could be JSON. Oh, Commerce Tools have a GraphQL API. Let's check this out. Whoa. Yes, I will eat these cookies. What? No. 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 Ah! E-commerce solution for innovators. Nice. Where's your API? Our platform.
Oh, I've seen this.
Have you?
I've seen. I think yes. I think there's also a really cool
Ooh.
Gatsby starter for this.
Oh, really? For Commerce Tools?
Yep.
If you have a link, that would be cool if you drop it. Oh, and also let me drop the links for Shopify. Sorry, folks, and Stripe because, yikes. You are allowed to vote. Like everyone's vote counts.
Yes.
Yes, please. We want to know what y'all are interested in as well. Chat. So if you have opinions, if there's something you prefer, let us know because that could strongly influence me. I don't know about you, Vish, but I feel like I could be influenced.
I mean, the voters are all seeming like friends here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very, it's very hard not to listen.
Yep. I could also be convinced if people were to send me coffee or snacks. That could also convince me to pick your option. Just saying. I'm not saying I take bribes. I'm just saying.
I have a very specific request in that matter. So if you're supposed to, if you would like to bribe me, it's gonna have to be instant ramen.
Ooh, I like it. Yes, that is good. Instant ramen.
Bit more refined.
It's a class. Yeah, I have a refined palate. That is awesome. Okay.
I think my preference would be something that has a really great docs experience. Is that a preference for you?
Yeah. Great docs experience is huge. Huge. And I think for me, for right now, then that pushes me towards Shopify or Stripe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next question is, do we want it to do it ourselves, or do we want to build a GraphQL server with Stripe? It could be fun. We could get stuck and sit here for 20 minutes, but it could be a lot of fun. Or we could, and then this could really become like a two-parter because we'll do the back end and then we could follow up to build the actual UI. Or
Absolutely.
or we could do Shopify, shortcut to the front end. I don't know. Oh, maybe we should, how about this? All right, in chat, vote one for one for Stripe, two for Shopify, and then if it's a tie, I'll like flip a coin or something.
Oh my god, I think I just exposed my weakness. Someone in the chat said, I will treat you to Nissan instant ramen if you vote for Commerce Tools.
Wait, what? I missed it. What did it say? Oh, here we go.
It's like, I think, it's like the best. It's the best and most available instant ramen out there.
It is. Yes, it is. Look at that. That's a high bribe. Yeah.
Oops.
That's so funny.
That just made things difficult. But hey, jokes aside, I think I'm just gonna be selfish here, and I feel like if we go the Stripe route, there's going to be a lot that I'll be taking home in terms of learning things.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
What say?
All right. I mean, I kind of like that. Learning a lot sounds like fun. I like to learn. I think it'd be a learning experience for all of us. And how about this? We'll do Stripe today. but like maybe we could also do Shopify another time. If you're down, I'm down.
I'm good with it. It's
All
a
right.
win-win.
All right, it is a win-win. So how about that? We'll do that. We'll do Stripe today. Yeah, it's back-end option. So we're basically going to be building a GraphQL API right now. So this should be extremely interesting. And then we're not going to really worry about like authentication and stuff like that. We're just going to be focused on the part of what does it look like getting started building a GraphQL API with Stripe. Does that sound legit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it,
Let's
folks. That's what
roll
we're
our
gonna do. Yeah, we
and let's
hope
do
that.
it.
Yeah, we hope you value our choice. We hope you like the Stripe because we're gonna bring it. All right, so I guess the first thing that we have to do is a couple of things. Let's check out the development quick start guide. I think I already opened that. I did.
Yeah.
Whoa! Can you show off the nice Stripe site? Yes. This is really why we picked it, folks. Not because it has good docs, but because they have a beautiful website. And they really do. Like, this website is stellar. It is so good. Make me want to purchase everything. Yeah, it's really neat. Yeah, I've not seen them do that. And it's cool they like put the gradient over the text instead of behind it. It's so cool. It's so nice. And then look at us. Dun, dun, dun. I love it. I love the angled like dividers, section dividers.
That looks amazing.
Oh yeah. See, and look, this is why I'm so excited about Stripe, because the API, it's pretty easy to use. So we're gonna see how this goes. Payment intent, Node server.js, and Stripe.listen. That's all it takes to get started. But we're gonna build a server because like we don't want to just run a Node script. We want some GraphQL up in here. So
Yeah.
let's see what we can do with that. All right. So why Stripe? Okay. I feel. Oh snap! Look at that. All right. We see you, Stripe. This is really nice. I could just like keep going. Oh no, I can't because we're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just in case folks didn't know what site we were on, there you go. All right, so we've got that. Let's get all this cleaned up real quick. So let's just start closing some tabs we don't need so we can focus on the ones we do. All right, so it seems like interact with Stripe from your terminal. Do I really need to set up a CLI? It seems like I shouldn't, but it probably will make life easier. Build, test, and manage your Stripe integration. Developer tool to help you build, test, and manage your integration with Stripe directly. So it's easy to install, works on Mac OS. That's cool. What does it do for me? Securely test webhooks. Trigger webhook events. That's actually really cool. Receive API request logs locally. Create, retrieve, update, and delete API objects. I think this is probably worth installing.
Yeah. The CLI, right?
Yeah, the CLI. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Oh,
Let's
you're
do
not gonna
it.
be able to see my terminal. I should have shared. Well, let me see what I can do. I'm gonna install it. I don't know if you necessarily need to see it. If we end up doing more in the terminal, I was thinking we could do all like the terminal stuff within VS Code. So, all right. So let me clear this, and then I just dragged the window. I didn't actually make it bigger. There we go. Oh wait, someone told me you can do clear without typing clear. There's a command for it. Command K. It's Command K, folks. Command K clears your terminal. I did not know that, but I know it now.
Yeah. I've always been really, really bad at keyboard shortcuts. For some reason, I just don't use them because I don't remember them.
I'm the
Has that
same.
happened to you?
Yeah, I'm the same. I used to like use a lot of keyboard shortcuts when I was on Windows. I actually did a little bit of IT work, and sometimes people have issues with their mouse or trackpad or whatever, so you have to like get pretty good at navigating with just the keyboard. But not really, like, I don't use nearly enough VS Code shortcuts and like shortcuts for other stuff, but boom. Yeah, Stripe can take all my money. Yeah. Okay, so that is installed. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is let's cd into projects. CD. Okay, Kemple, because we'll put it on GitHub. And I'm gonna make dir what will we call this? What do we want to call our shop? This is tough. Ooh.
What are we selling?
I was gonna say we could sell ramen, instant ramen. That's all we sell. Just instant ramen.
That was on my mind. I was gonna say that.
Okay.
Ooh.
So then, but
so we're selling instant ramen. What do we call our shop?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's delivered, so it's online. What do we call it?
Let's ask in the chat.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Chat, if you have ideas, what should we call our ramen shop? We could call it like nomnomramen.com. Anyone else? Anyone else? Going once. Going twice. Sold on nomnomramen.com. All right. There we go.
Go for it.
All right, so we've got that. So let's cd into nomnomramen.com. And yeah, for all of your ramen needs. Okay, so now I'm going to yarn a knit-y because we don't really have anything in here. So I'm just going to get us a package JSON because we're going to need it. Now that we have a package JSON, we actually have a file in here. I'm going to open up code and do a live share so that you can join me and see all of what's actually happening. That seems to be the best bet for now. Let's resize this. Okay. Shoop. And there we go. Live share. Oh, really? But I was already signed in.
How many times has that happened to you?
Countless. Countless times. All right. So, so let's do that. Let me find Skype so I can chat you. I don't know what this is going to do. Oops, what did that just do? Did I just stop sharing my screen? I did. All right, fix that. Okay. Chat. There we go. Hey-o. All right. The Daily Noodle. I miss that. That is a really good one too. Oh, that is a really good one.
I think we can use it for the Shopify example.
Oh, yeah, we can. We can use that for the shop. I love that. All right. Okay, so I sent you the link, so let me know if you're able to join. While you're doing that, I'm just going to create one more file. Index. Oh, I'm actually going to create 2 more files. Okay. All right. So are you able to join or no?
I can't see a request.
Oh, you don't. Check. I sent I sent the link in Skype chat. My bad.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no worries. That's on me. I don't even know if I said it. I think I just dropped it in there and then just went on about my business. Yeah. So let me just I'll hold up here and wait. I don't want to do too much.
Okay.
But I can actually start setting up some other stuff like terminals that we can share and all that fun stuff.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So let's add another. Let's add 3, just in case. Okay. What am I doing? Going to live share. Make these all read and write. Did the link show up in Skype chat?
Yes, it did. And
just
I'm
taking.
trying to.
Yeah.
Are you connected?
Yeah. I don't
Can
think
you
we're
see?
connected. No, you're not connected yet. I might need to restart it because it like I had to sign in, and when that happens, sometimes it's weird. Let me restart it, and I'll send you a new link.
Sure.
Because right now, this just ain't working. So let's try again. Sorry about that. When it works, it's amazing. When it doesn't work, it's, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I was going to say that. It's been the slogan of the year.
Yeah. Alright, so while we wait for VS Code to get going, why don't we do this? Oh, I dropped a new link in Skype chat. I don't know if you saw it or not, but you might have to like...
Let's check in.
Yeah.
Also, this thing said that I joined the collaboration session.
It did?
And then I left it.
Oh, that's weird. So maybe it's just on my end. Maybe I need to restart code. I'm going to do that. Because I'm not seeing any... Yeah, let me restart code.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's try that again.
Okay, this says joined.
That's so weird. How could you have joined? Because I just restarted VS Code, which means that that one can't exist anymore. So close that out. Like close the. Maybe you quit VS Code as well, and then I'll send you a new link, and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Come on, VS Code, you can do it.
You can do better.
Yeah, I promise that once it's working, folks, we'll be doing stuff.
Yes.
And we will get there. Alright, so I sent you a new link. And we'll see how it goes. Did it say you joined?
Yes, it did.
It says you joined?
Yes. That's so weird.
Can you see? Like, can you see the file tree? And you can see... Like, what is VS Code showing you? Can you see, like, schema.graphql?
Oh, now it's asking me to sign in again.
Oh, VS Code. How dare you. All right, so you go ahead and sign in. And,
I'm going to sign in.
Yeah. That's so funny. And it's, so, like, a little background, folks. Even before this come on, we both signed in to VS Code Live Share. To make sure we were signed in and ready to go. But I guess, like, you know, sometimes it...
I was like, yay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. We are fully prepared individuals.
Fully prepared.
Yeah. Apparently not.
There's nothing that could go wrong on this stream.
Nothing at all. No, it's a live stream. Nothing could go wrong.
Okay, it's saying that it's joining.
Okay.
It says this session is no longer active.
Ooh, okay, so quit. It might still be like trying to reference the old one. Quit code one more time. VS Code one more time. Go back to Skype and make sure it's the last one that I sent. Because there's like 3 or 4 of them now. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
No, not too bad at all. Does it still say it's invalid?
Yeah.
Really?
It's
okay.
Not active.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it and we'll do a new one.
Okay. Okay, it now says the session is not active. Please contact the session host for a new link.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. Boom, new
Cool.
link. We got it this time. This is the time. Fourth
Yes,
time
it's
is
the
the
fourth.
charm. Yeah. Nom Nom is genius. Thank you. How did did I miss that already? Or see that already? But yeah, it's not bad. I was just like, what do I think about when I think of ramen? Nom 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 nom.
It's such a catchy name.
Yeah.
This thing is not working. It doesn't want to work.
All right, so we're gonna do a new game plan. Uh, well, that kind of stinks because I really want you to be able to like code in here and not just like follow along. I feel like we lose a lot of the excitement there. Okay, so here's what I've done. I've quit code. Why don't you quit code? We'll both make sure it's like 100% quit. And
Yeah.
we'll make sure that there's no way there's any
Open VS Code.
Exactly. Oh, okay, come on, VS Code. We can do this. All right, so it's open. I'm going to create a new link. I'm in a session. I'm going to drop the link to you. There's the link to you. The other thing that I could do is I think I could just like invite you even maybe by like email or something, like if we have to. We could try that as one last ditch resort.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right.
Well, yeah, if you just click on the link, it should open up a browser tab, which then you should say like open VS Code, and you just hit yes. That's all. Yeah. So you're definitely doing it correct. All right, let me try this.
Let me just type it again.
Huh?
And let's see if this works.
Yeah, sometimes it can act funny. Maybe it's me. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that was just the notification going away. Like maybe I need to... Well, I did just sign back in.
Oh no, it's still saying the collaboration session is no longer active.
This is
I don't know
weird.
what that is.
It could just be live share is just like not working right now.
I think so.
Yeah, so what we have an option, which is like we could just like talk. I could still code. I'll share my whole screen with you so you could see anything that I do instead of just Chrome. And then we can just start cracking away at this. We'll see how far we get. And we can try live share maybe again in a little bit and see if we get like better results. What do you think?
Cool. Let's do that. Let's make the best out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let me fix this switch screen or window. And we're going to do the whole thing. Is that working? Can you see the whole desktop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So you can see VS Code. Okay, great. Cool. All right, so what I have done so far is not much. We've got an index.js, which is literally empty, a schema.graphql file, which has hello for a query, and a package JSON. So now I'm just going to install nomnomramen.com. So I'm just going to get going installing some of the dependencies that we're going to need. So I'm going to do yarn add. So I'm going to add ESM, but this is just so we can do imports instead of requires in Node. So it's a neat trick I picked up from Trevor Blades. Shout out to you, Blades. Much appreciated. But when we do our start command, we can like pass the ESM module to Node, and it will pass all of our code through ESM. It's really neat. So we're going to add ESM, Apollo server, and then we also need GraphQL. 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 And I think that's, yes, that's all we need, because then we are going to add one dev dependency, which is NodeMon. And what that will do is restart the server anytime we make changes. So that should be nice. And then I think you do -D to do, or is it --dev?
I think it's dash capital D. Yeah.
Okay, dash capital D. I thought so. Excuse me. Nodemon. Let's see what happens. It'll tell me. Or I'll just look at package JSON and then we'll see. Oh, we're also going to need... Oh, this is going to blow up because it's going to try and index node modules if I don't hurry up and make a git ignore.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Why is that not? It should be... Oh, well, because it's not under a Git repository yet, I guess. I feel like this should already be... Am I wrong? I thought I could just do node modules. Boop. Cool.
I think
it's
we
working.
did make a Git repository, didn't we?
Yeah. We did not make it a Git repository yet, but I have now. I just did. I initialized the repository, and it's working. Node modules is being ignored. So we're good. Okay, cool. So that's working. Let's check out package JSON. Yep, it worked as a dev dependency. So now let's go in here. And we're also going to add some scripts. And those scripts, one is going to be start, and start is going to be node, and this is the neat thing. You can do -r ESM, so that's going to pass it through that ESM package, and then we can say index.js, and then we're going to say dev, and then this will be node. Same thing pretty much. I guess I could have copied the line, except it's nodemon -r ESM index.js. Okay. All right. Progress. So now let's do this. Let's import some stuff that we're going to need. So we'll need Apollo server. We'll need GQL maybe? No, wait. No, we won't need that. We won't need GQL because we're going to bring in the file, schema.graphql file. So we could just do this from Apollo server, and this is how we're going to set up the server with new, equals new Apollo server, which is going to want a few things. One, we don't have for it yet, which is type defs. That's what we're going to create, and then another thing we don't have, which is resolvers. So let's take care of our resolvers really quick. And so that's an object, and if we look at our schema file, we have one type, so we just have query, and it has one field, hello, that returns a string. So for our resolvers, we have our root type of query, and inside of object, boom, better. Inside of that we have hello, and so this field is going to be a resolver, but we're just returning a string right now, world. Okay, so that is it for resolvers, but now we have to get our type defs in here, and this is the part that I can never remember, because I think we got to do import fs from fs, and then we say, I want to say it's just like, oh wait, I'm doing import. Let me actually try and do this, see if I can just do this in line. Require, boop. No, that won't work. Let me go to Google. Better idea. How did I do this last time? Let's go to GitHub and just look at it, because I honestly can't remember. Wah, wah, wah. Whoa, what is this? Ooh. No way. Thank you, Xander. I'll keep that open for later, but we've already got a logo.
This is so great.
That's
Look
perfect.
at that. That's so cute.
That is perfect. Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's amazing. All right. So let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, GitHub. Where do I do this? Stream helpers. Server. Oh, fun fact for some people who might not know, the entire layout for the stream, aside from audio and video, well, in the desktop share, like the background, the title, the ticker, the chat, that is all a React and GraphQL app as well, which is fun.
Wow,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you build that on the stream too?
No, that would be very meta, but we are doing we are going to add a feature to it on stream starting in a couple weeks. We're going to add a meme generator, so you can do like exclamation meme and then pick a template and then put some words, and it will like add it onto it and then pop the meme up on the stream. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that one. Type defs. I do not do that here. I could have swore. Yes, schema. Ah, yes. This is what I was looking for. Cool. Oh, actually, I could just copy this whole line. Yay, I found it. All right. So, what we want here is to say, let's put this up here. So what we're saying is our type defs are actually, we're going to read file sync, we're going to read our schema.graphql and parse it to UTF. And once we do that and pass it to string, now we can just say boop type defs. So the reason I want the schema separate is because this way we can put the schema into Apollo Studio so we can track changes to it, do a bunch of stuff, and then if we set up like PRs on this, we can do checks against our schema to make sure that things aren't breaking like as we make updates, which is pretty wicked cool. All right, so we've got this. So let's do that. So we've got our server, new Apollo server. So now I think we can say server dot listen, and we give it a port. What port you want to listen on?
4,000?
Sure. Yeah, you can pick whatever you want. I like to go, let's go wild. Let's use ports that probably nobody uses. Let's try 4242. Because why not?
Because why not?
Yeah, dot then. And then what are we doing dot then? We're going to say, we're going to console log. Server started on port 4242. All right. Bum, bum, bum. And I think that's our server.
Yay.
If my calculations are correct, we can run this. Let's see how wrong I am. Okay. So we should be able to go yarn dev. Hey. Okay. All right. It didn't blow up. Did not blow up. So let's do localhost 4242. Boom.
I think that's the first time someone's ever using that.
Probably, which is why we did it. We like to tread new territory here. All right, so we got it. Hello. We have a running server. It is all set up. So real quick, let's do a real quick recap. And look at that. It's like 17 lines of code, so not too terrible. Could be worse. Let's do a really quick recap of what we did. So we installed, to get running with Apollo Server, we installed Apollo Server and GraphQL. We did ESM, but that's not needed. That just lets us use the import syntax. We then added our start commands. And then here's where we're using this required trick for ESM to kind of do the whole parsing of imports. We created a schema.graphql and we put a query into it that says hello, returns a string. And then we got our server going. We imported our type defs. We created our resolvers. We passed them to Apollo server. We said to listen on port 4242. And boom, we have a running server.
Yay.
Yeah. That is up. That's running. So now, let's see. What can we do? What can we do? We can take a look at Stripe. So we've got this running. Oh wait, real quick, we should put this into GitHub, and we should
Yes.
put the schema into Apollo Studio. So the first thing to do, let's go back to VS Code, and yeah, let's do our commit, initial commit, right? Yay. Yay, initial.
First commit to nomnomramen.com.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Awesome. All right. So boom. We're going to commit right to main because YOLO. Boom. All right. And then push that up. Oh, wait, but it's not, there's no remote set. So I need to set, publish to GitHub. Let's just see what happens. Wants to sign in, allow, continue. Yes, you're already been authorized. Ooh, nobody look at my password. Ooh, no, I do not want to become famous. Yeah. How did you do that? You tricked me. /ban LROCC. Boom. Goodbye. Don't want to be famous. Sorry, someone's in chat asking if we want to be famous. And it's like, don't you realize that we're on the Apollo stream? We're already famous.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Okay, real quick, I'm going to hit us on the restricted access scene. So everybody can hear us, but they can't see us. Boom, restricted access. Even though it blocks out my password, I just use any excuse I can to, one, do the cool transition for the animation, and two, use the restricted area scene because I made it.
That looks amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I cannot take credit. Oops, did I put the wrong password? I cannot take credit because I did not design it. Joel did the design, but it is awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Hey, let's try this again. Oh no. So that I might not be able to do it from here because I think I have because I have two-factor auth, so I don't think it's gonna work. So that's fine. Let's just do it in reverse. Goodbye. Well, actually, yeah, goodbye. So let's go here. I will star that. Why haven't I starred that yet? Star your own repositories, folks. All right. So repository name, nomramen.com. Description, ramen right to you. Bring your own egg. Do you put egg in your ramen?
I don't because I'm a vegetarian.
Okay. Well, there you go. Okay. Create repository. Yes. Create the repository. Copy that. Copy that, Roger. All right, so we've got that. Let's do new terminal window. And then what I'll do is instead I'll just say git remote add origin this. Yay. Git push -u origin main. All right, cool. So that is set up. The next thing I want to do is set up. So let's go to GitHub and take a look. Sees. So I'm going to reload this. Boom. So this is working. Our code is here. The next thing I want to do, I actually need another GitHub tab, ideally to my repos. I'm going to add the GitHub action that's going to push this to Studio. Oh, wait, we're still on restricted. Jeez Louise.
Yes.
This is what I get, folks. Thank you so much. For Stream Deck making that easy to switch. Okay, but all I really did was get logged into GitHub and then push my repository to GitHub, and we can see here that the code is there. Next thing I want to do is set up a new action because we are going to push our changes into Apollo Studio, and we'll be done with this in a second. So I'm not even going to fill this out myself because, like, lazy developer. I'm really trying to stress that. I don't like to do things unless I have to, so I'm going to copy paste it from somewhere that already has it. Look at this. It has both the schema push and schema check. So I'm just going to rar, and copy that, and copy that. So we have to make some changes. This is going to be main, not no regrets, which is the best branch name ever. I won't hear a line, a word otherwise. Okay, we don't need this, but we do need this, the graph. We don't have that yet. Let's set that up. So we're going to go to studio.apollo.com real quick. We're going to go to my org. Huh?
I love this bit, the studio bit.
Oh, yeah. And then, let's see. So we're going to create a new graph. And this one's going to be called Nom Nom Ramen. It's going to, I do have to go restricted. So when I hit next, it's going to give me an API key. And then I'm going to have to save that into an environment variable. So one more time, we're going to jump to restricted. And then we'll jump back.
Cue the transition.
Cue the transition. I'm so glad that I remembered this, though. Yeah. So what I want to grab is this key. That's what I need. Yeah, variant current nom nom ramen. Okay, so let me close this. I have my key copied, and I'm gonna go put that in GitHub. So I'm gonna flip over real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So essentially here it's asking for the secrets Apollo Studio key in the GitHub action. So if in our settings for all of our repos, now there's this area called secrets. So this is where I'm gonna set it, but again, it's a secret, so you can't see, so I'll be right back. So here we go, flip it over. So we go to secrets, we're going to new secret, and I believe it's Apollo Studio token, add secret. Okay, let me make sure that matches. Apollo. Oh, it's Apollo Studio key. See, I would have. Oh no, I have to delete that one and rename it.
Oops.
Yeah, right. Amateur hour. Okay. Apollo Studio key. Boom. Value. Okay, so now we can flip back over. And you can see now I have a secret Apollo Studio key. And if we go back, that's going to match up here to this Apollo Studio key. And now let me blow this up a little bit. That's probably pretty small. Now it should be a lot bigger. So we're going to run the Apollo service push command. That's going to like push the graph. So we're going to say num got a 404. Oh yeah. I meant to actually just share the link to Studio. My bad. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get into my organization. However, if you do just kind of want to see what Studio's got going on, you can go to demo.apollostudio.com, I believe. I think that works. I hope that works because I just told you it did. Okay, that's done. Current is good. And it's just schema. It's not in a server file, so we're done. That's it. Okay, so start commit directly to main. Okay, so now if we go to actions, it's running. So we can check, it's going to start, the build will start here momentarily, and then we can just see if it works. Once it works, we're off to the races, and then when we have code to commit, we'll worry about setting up the checks. No need now. Right now, we just want to get it in and working against main so that we know that it's there.
Yeah.
And that I configured it properly. And I am obsessed with GitHub Actions now. Like, I just want to say. They're really cool. I've been enjoying them a lot. And it worked.
Awesome.
So yeah, so we can see here I've got a graph, I got the ID, it's in there. So it'll show up in Studio in a minute. It just takes like a minute for it to go through, but I think if I go there before it shows up, again, it might show my API key. So I'm going to avoid it for now. We don't need it. What we do need, now that this is all set up and working, is to figure out Stripe. Um, so
Yes.
so let's see. I'll leave this actually. Let me leave this open. And all right, so I installed the Stripe CLI. I have to log in with a Stripe account. I don't even know if I have that. Let's just see what happens. Let's try this. Your pairing code. Press enter to open the browser. Okay. Let's see if I still have a Stripe account. Let's do this. Kurt Kemple plus JAMstack example. Oh, but wait, I want to go to sign up. Oh, wait, oops. I thought that was my last name. Kurt Kemple, password, super secure password. There. It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough. Could
You
be
can try really
stronger.
strong password.
Huh? Yeah, I should
You
try
can
really
try.
strong password. Let's see if it will work because I don't care as long as it works. I could just use one password. Oh well. Allow Stripe CLI to access your information. Add a name. Verify that the pairing code. Name your account. You can always change your account name later. The worst account. There we go. Neat, joyous, proper, smart. Neat, joyous, proper, smart. No middleman attacks. Boom. Oh, demo.apollo.dev. Thank you so much. Okay, it's done. You may now close the window. So apparently we're configured. And we should have, oh, here we go. And so it just dropped us in here. So we've got Nom Nom Ramen, and we can see that we don't really have a lot. So we just have query, hello world, and as we make changes, we'll be able to see a change log of all the changes we make to the graph. All right, let's see. So that's done. That's done. Everything is done. So we're logged in. Run your first command. You're now ready to use Stripe and get started. You're running to create a customer. I don't really want to create a customer right now, though. Like, I want to build an API, like a. Don't we want to like get authorization and stuff set up? I feel like, right? APIs and SDKs. API. Maybe the CLI will come in handy, but I really feel like we want this, right? More API keys. Okay. Stripe dashboard. So the first thing I'm noticing is that getting started on your own, it looks like almost our entire stream is going to be setting up the API. So my question to you is, do you have a hard stop at 4:30? Can you go a little bit longer? Or
Yeah.
not 4:30 my time. In like 25 minutes, or can you push on a bit past that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
I'm
see.
good for it.
Yeah, we'll see where we get, and then we will, yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll see how far we end up in 25 minutes. My goal would be to like be making GraphQL queries that are talking to the Stripe API, and then like see how
Yeah.
far we can get inside of that. Do you have any questions or comments about anything that we've done so far? I know it hasn't been a lot, and really it's just been setting up Apollo server. But I don't want to just like breeze through if there was anything that you wanted to know or had questions about or input about.
Let's see if we have something in the chat. I've tried.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
yeah,
set
yeah,
up Apollo Server before, so I think that was something that we could zip through.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
otherwise I'd be more interested. Like this doesn't have to be right now, but otherwise I'd be more interested in learning about the Apollo Studio because that's something that I haven't really tinkered with a lot.
Okay, yeah. So let's see if we can connect to Stripe, because then we can check out my favorite feature of Apollo Studio. How does that sound?
Awesome.
All right,
Let's do
cool.
that.
All right. So what am I doing? We're gonna go back to Chrome. Okay, so here I am. I am in the worst account. Um, we have no products, so that's good. We'll add one or two here in a minute. We have no customers, which is good. I believe. Maybe let's add a test customer.
Let's do
Nice.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So let's do that. So let's say Vish. Did I get that right? Nope, that's not like that. Is that correct? Mehta.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Email. We'll just use like a test email. So let's say just like Vish at example jamstack.com. Description, no. Billing information, no. Okay. Add customer. Just so we have some like data to query, right? Like we might as
Yep.
well. Let's add one product as well, and then we'll be good. We sell ramen. So what was the? It's the Nissan ramen, right? That's like the hard
Yeah.
one to get.
No, that's like the easiest one to get.
Oh, it's the easiest one to get.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we'll do that, and then how much does it cost for one package? Like 33 cents.
I think so.
I don't. I'm
Yeah. I
just
think
guessing.
that's,
I don't. Yeah, I don't remember.
I mean, I don't
What?
I don't know in cents, but
Yeah.
in INR it's like 45 INR.
Yeah. Well, we could change it. I don't
Let's just make
know.
it. Let's just make it. Yeah, I think let's just make it $1.
Oh, that's actually a great idea. $1. Advanced options, price description. Nope. Add another price. Nope. So I guess we could save this product. Um,
See it.
best ramen ever. Oh, we're gonna upload a picture. Where is?
The logo.
Yeah, did I close that? I thought I kept it open. No, but it's in chat. Let me go back.
It's in the chat.
Hmm,
Yes.
it's gotta be, right? Here it is. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Um, sure.
Look at that.
Yeah, sure. We'll save it as that. All right. Upload. Hey, where'd you go? I thought I saved it to the desktop. Don't mind my Bill O'Reilly pictures. I was creating a custom icon for the Go Live button in my Stream Deck, and I decided to use Bill O'Reilly. Oh yeah, you can see like here's all my. Did this work? That's not what it was called. Where did it download this to? Oh, it's SVG. I
Hmm.
wonder if it won't let it. If it won't let me do it because it's SVG. Is there a way to save this as a something else? Save image as. No, because it's SVG. All right, whatever. No image. I'm not
You can
gonna.
try.
Huh?
You can try it. Did you try uploading it?
Yeah, it's not like showing up. Oh
Oh.
yes, it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. But it's gray. Like it won't. It won't go. Oh, guess what? Bill O'Reilly is now the face of our ramen.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, there. There we go. All right, thanks, Bill. Okay, boom. So we've got ramen. We got the best ramen ever. We've got that. Developers. API. Oh, neat. So it shows you a bunch of stuff. Settings. I want the API keys. How did I get there? API key. API key. I'll just go back. Going back. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to reveal this, but I'm going to need to put it in an M file. So actually, I'm going to flip over to restricted, and I will reveal this, just not with you watching. So there we go. So we'll flip over. We're going to reveal this test key, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need this. So let's jump back into here, and we'll do a new file, .env, and we'll call this our Stripe secret, and we'll paste that in. We'll Command S. We'll add .env to our get ignore, and then we'll also, real quick, while we're here, get the key in case we need that, because then I can get rid of this whole tab. Boom. Okay, so got those in. Let me close this. So that's good. It'll probably get logged out, and I'm gonna delete them anyway. But like, I just like to use the button. All right, so we are good there. Okay, so we're good there. That's done. Oh, I flipped over too soon because I didn't get rid of the key. Yeah, like the key's still exposed. All right, so if I reload, that'll probably go away. Yes, yay! All right, progress. So key is loaded up. However, if we go back to VS Code, we have it in a .m file, but we're not loading that .m file. So what we need to do is we're going to say yarn add, we're going to do -d .env, and we're going to install that. And again, we can get super tricky with this. Like, ideally, if this API was going to go to production, our environment variables would be like stored somewhere, either in like our CI/CD process, in the place where we're hosting the app, like in some way the environment variables would become available, not from an environment file, most likely. So a neat trick that we can do is for the dev command, we can also say -r .env/config, and this will run it through the config, so our environment variables will be there without us having to like explicitly require .env into our code and call the config function, which is awesome. Yeah, thanks again, Trevor Blades.
That's a pretty neat little trick.
Yeah. Okay, so that is taken care of. So now we'll have our environment variables. Let's see. What we can do now is, yeah, right, Xander? It is so cool. Okay, so like in theory, what we want to do is we want to make a call out to Stripe. And I believe we saw in their docs they had like a super cool, easy to use example. Where's the Stripe.js? I think this is going to save us a lot of time because I believe what we do. Oh, my computer is like dying. Hold strong. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. All right, so including, oh wait, no, I want for node. This is not the node one, I don't think.
Oh, yes, we want the node.
Yeah, we want the node one, not this one. I could have swore, so let's go back. I know there's like a really good Stripe node SDK. Here we go, Stripe node. Stripe node. I'm pretty sure, yep, this is the one we want. This is the one we want. Cool. Cool. Okay, so let's try this out. So Stripe, new Stripe, or using ES modules. Yeah. All right. So we got to install Stripe node. Oh, it's just Stripe. easy enough. So we're going to say yarn add stripe.
Yep.
And then we're going to paste this in here, and then we'll move. Let's move this inside of, well, not inside of there, but we're going to expand this, and we're going to make this an async function, and we'll do this. So now we can do all kind of async stripe things in here before we announce that our server is running. Okay. It's a new stripe, and this is our test secret. I guess I don't need the public key. I'm just going to guess that I only need the stripe secret. Boom. So now we have a stripe. So let's go back to the docs and try and make our first call. Just as like a test run. Stripe.customers. Like, where's the full-on docs? API docs. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that's right. They show you all the examples.
Oh, this is the one that we saw.
Yeah.
Is this the one you were looking for?
I think so. I think this might have been. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Stripe.charges. Yep. Cool.
Exactly.
Here we go. Okay. Very nice. Okay, connected accounts. Errors. So let's do something. We have a customer and a product. Let's get our products, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it. All right. Ooh,
Let's sell some ramen.
Yeah, let's get some ramen. Okay, so we have this here. So we're just going to start, let's just console log this out, right? And so this product's name is Mission Ramen. Okay. And let's console.log. Let's go see what's available on this product. It has lots of things. Okay, so the name, well, we could just query like back the name. We'll get the description. Oh, look, it's actually pulling in my product into the docs. I forgot that Stripe does this, and it's something that I love, which is, yeah, like it's pulling in an actual product into the docs for me so I can see what I'll get back. Wow. So name, description, and images. Let's just stick with that for now. Oh, and probably like price, right?
Yeah.
I don't see price here. Maybe, oh, you might have to we might have to do that a different way. But let's just start with this. We get a console log, we'll worry about the other stuff. So let's just do name, even though we know it, but we want it to come from the product. Product.name, description, product.description. And then it seems to have the typing enabled too as well. Maybe they have types. And then the last one was images.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if this works, if my theory is correct, it should already be working. Oh, error. Danger, Will Robinson. You did not provide an API key. You need to provide your API key in the authorization header. I would imagine it is not get. Oh, I need to restart NodeMon because it does not have. See the command? It doesn't have .env, so it doesn't know to.
Where to get the key from?
Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully this fixes it. Womp womp womp. Nope, that does not fix it. Okay. But at least this does have the proper command.
Yeah.
All right. So now is when we do what we shouldn't do. And let's start console logging out these process.environment variables. So I went through all that work to hide it, and then well, I'll start with the key because that's the one that can be published. Process.env stripe key. Okay. Oh wait, I have to give it a name. Oh, maybe they want the key and not the secret. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. Okay, so that's defined. So let's just try stripe key instead of secret. Cannot be made with a... Okay. Oh, do I have to like put it into test mode? I'm gonna flip over to restricted real quick because maybe I spelt the name wrong or something. So let me flip over so I can look in the .m file.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, stripe secret. That should be right. Oh, it had a line.
Ooh.
It had
Okay.
a line. Okay.
Got it.
Let's just verify. Yeah. All right.
Works.
Yeah, but we have some issues. The name, the description, the images. It doesn't seem like we got what we expected. But let's flip back over first so that everyone can see we are in fact getting a result. So if we look in the console, we did get some stuff, but not what we expected. No images, none of that. But I might be like doing this wrong. So why don't we just roll it back and just do product? Let's just see what we get with that. Yeah, okay. So it's there. I think I just maybe got the... Yeah, it says description is null. And
Okay.
name, which is weird. ID prod. Let's see if that matches the docs. 3GT. No, so this is a different product. That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
This has a different ID.
And that's not the one that we put in, right? Oh, this is the... Oh. Is this the one that you... No, this is the one that you entered earlier. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Oh, it does not like that.
Ooh.
Okay, so, well, let's go see. Oh, maybe the changes need to be published in Stripe. Dashboard. Where's Stripe dashboard? Let's open this up in a new tab. Oh, interesting. Why did it create multiples, I wonder? Okay, so now we just have the one.
With the image.
Yeah, should. Let's see. No, this one has an even different...
Ooh, what's happening? This is creating a new product, is it?
Oh, it's under... Maybe because it's under test data? I wonder if I have to specifically specify... like copy that to live mode. But I'm using a test key, so it should be using test data. Back to products. Oh, I think it's creating it. Maybe I have the wrong command in. Ah ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I think so too. It's creating a...
It is. I'm using the create command. I copied the wrong thing from the docs.
Wow.
Yeah, I code a lot. All right. Stripe API reference. Okay. Oops. Well, that explains a lot. So I guess it would be like... Yeah, retrieve a product. Products retrieve. And you do pass the ID. Ay, caramba.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you retrieve? List all products. Let's do this. This is really what we want. Products.list. Oh, well, that's easy enough. Okay, so let's do that instead. All right. Because if this works, then we're going to be golden, because then, oops, products, that's going to break. Because then what that means is we can make a query for products. Boom, products. Object list, so, okay, so has more is false. So it's even, we could honestly create like a whole pagination thing for this. So let's evolve our types to accommodate a list of products. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, but before we do that, because we are at a point where I want to set up our schema checks so we can make sure we don't break our API. So I'm going to jump back real quick to GitHub. We're going to come here. We're going to go to Actions, and we're going to do a new workflow. So we're going to set up a workflow ourselves. So we've got another file, but again, I'm going to cheat and copy what I already have existing and then just make a couple of updates, and we'll be good to go. So we're going to get out of this workflow, and we're going to look at the schema check one. This is the one we're after now. So let's just copy all of this, which is pretty much the same stuff. So we're going to Command C this. And cool, it's called Apollo Studio Key, so it's going to match up. So what this is going to do once we get it in there is it will take the schema 48 eyes chat, plus you guys didn't see that L. Yeah, so then what we're going to do is copy this over, and so then the CLI will run a check. It'll say, oh, okay, the schema here in this PR removes this query. And then it'll use the data in Apollo Studio to be like, yo, your clients like use this query. If you remove this, you're about to break some of your downstream apps, which is really cool. Yeah. So let's get this done real quick. So we're going to call this schema check.yaml, and then we'll Command AV. So when anytime one is opened, reopened, or synchronized, we will do the schema check. And we are going to change a few things. So the graph is going to be called Nom Nom Ramen, and it's going to be current, so that stays the same. We've already added our key, and GitHub puts this token in there for us. So this is it. So start commit. We'll just commit it directly to main. So now that's done. So now if we go to our actions and we have a schema check, this isn't gonna, well, let's just see what happens. I'm curious because let's just make sure it runs. Might as well. Oh, this is doing schema push. Never mind. Yeah, it should run this action because we pushed to main. So that's, sorry. That's not going to run the check. Okay, so let's do this. Let's check out a new branch. And actually, we can get rid of some of this. Let's just Command X this. And honestly, I really don't feel like, I thought we were going to do a lot of stuff in here, like configuration, but you don't need to. So we can like kind of hoist this back up to like where we're defining stuff. So that can stay there. So now let's change our query from hello to products. And this is going to return a product connection, which doesn't exist yet, but it will. A product connection. And so, wait a minute. This is going to be an array. Oh, oops. I'm like doing, this is the resolvers. I'm in the wrong place. This is should be here. Products, and it will return, no, it will return a product connection, which will not be an array. And then we have to define that. And a product connection will have info like has more, which I think was, let's go check. Oh wait, where is that? Products. Here we go. Has more, and that's going to be Boolean. It's capital. It's going to be a Boolean, and then we're going to have our data, or we could change it. Let's call it items. It's a little cleaner. And that will be an array of product. And I think that's good for right now, right? How do we feel about that? Cool. So now we need a type product, and for now we will stick with ID. We will stick with name. We'll stick with description, which we can just discovered can be null. So we'll leave that null, and we'll do images, which will be strings, but don't have to be there. Okay. That looks good. This looks like a good schema. This should give us what we want. Okay, so let's save this. Let's go to index. Let's fix this to actually get our products now. That's what we want to do here. So this is going to be async. We don't really have to do anything other than return. And instead of using await, we can really just be like stripe.products.list. We're not doing any authentication. We're not doing anything fancy. So this really doesn't even need to be an async function because it's just going to return, return that promise. Yeah. So this is it. So this gives us products. So let's do this. But this is going to break. So this is going to break because we, let's make a new branch. So we'll create a branch, add all products list. Oh wait, it's a branch name. List products. Okay, so we're on that. So let's go ahead and commit this stuff. Oh, I guess we should probably test it locally, huh? Make sure it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we jump into playground. Let's go. Well, we'll have to reload this. Yeah, products, and we want ID. Oh no, we want items. Ooh. I know this should work. Items. No, we didn't do any data massaging, so this is not going to work yet. I have to go back. We can't just do. Oops, why'd I put a? Wow. We can't do a straight pass through because some of the properties aren't named the same. And we didn't. I didn't take that into account, so I do need an async function here, unfortunately, because we're not using the same. Data structure that they provide. So we do in fact have to do that. So we have our products. So now we can return has more, which is going to be equal to products has more, and then we're going to have items, which will be products.data.map. And in this instance, we can just return the properties that we care about, which is ID. And then let's duplicate that a few times. Name. Description. And then images. Yeah. Okay. So now this should work. So let's jump back to Chrome. Look at that. So there are two, and that's to be expected because I never deleted the second one we accidentally created. So now if I come in here and I delete this product and we rerun this query, yep. Boom. So now if we do description, boom, money. Okay. So we've got our working API. We've verified that it's working. We've tested it. Let's get this into GitHub. So added query for listing products. Okay. And so we're on our branch. So we're going to push this. And then we are going to jump back over and look at GitHub. So we're going to compare and pull request. Apparently I can't spell ads. I added an E, but that's okay. I'm not going to be a good open source citizen. I'm just going to create the pull request. No comment, no fixing the title. YOLO. Because what we do care about is we should get, boom, here it is, schema check. So it's going to run a schema check for us. And what I figured we could do is we got set up. I almost feel like it's a good stopping point coding wise. We can check this out, go over Studio a little bit because there's something neat I want to show you there. And then we could pick up, I think, if you're down, we reschedule and we pick this back up. We like get a working API where we can check out and then maybe follow up with a third one. And then we could do the Shopify stuff. I know that's a lot. It's turning into a lot, so I'll leave it to you. But
it's turning into a whole series. And I'm down.
It is. Unable to read. Oh, I have to fix. I messed up the workflow. I forgot to change one thing in the schema check where I specified the wrong path. It's just, it's not server. It should just be like that.
Dot. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just do this and then I'll like rerun the PR and that should force it.
Work.
Yeah, force it to rerun. So I thought there was a way to like force it to rerun checks. I guess I could just do it from here. Let me close this. Do it from here. That's right. Rerun jobs. Oh, but the PR is not gonna. Oh no, it should work. It should work. It should work. Please work. It needs to work. So actually, while that's running, let's go look around in Studio a little bit because I would love to show you around. So there's like a lot going on in here. I'm going to focus on some of my favorite things. And then if you want, I could take it even further. So this right here is like the overview of your schema. It breaks it down for you in like a more documentation type style so that you can see like what's going on, especially when it comes to people who might have to work around a graph who aren't technical and don't like read SDLs of like GraphQL actual schemas, right? We can get to the SDL, we can look at that, but what we really care about is like the reference to the different kind of objects. And so this, we only have hello right now, but when we merge the PR and this like pushes the new schema, then we would have our product connection, products, like all those would start to show up here. And we'd also start to develop a change log. It would be like hello was removed, product was added. So it gives you a very clean way. Then my next favorite thing is this, the Explorer tab. So this is basically like Playground or Graphical, but with like a lot of extra features. So normally you would want to point this like at your production API or something if we were running on current. So why is this not letting me? Probably because I have... It's like not letting me edit my server. I think it's because I'm like sharing my screen or something. Like something weird is happening. Like the pop-up's not showing up. What a letdown. Because in here we put the server URL. I could point it at my local host and work with Graphical, but it also supports subscriptions. It has the freaking... God, I want to show this to you. I'm just going to pick a different server. So this has like, yeah, here we go. So just so you can see, so let me blow this back up. So it's unable to reach the server, but because that's at localhost 4000. But point being is I like the declarative like way you can dig down. None of this is clickable for me right now. Well, that is, but this is not. Oh, maybe that's because it's not. So we can dig down through query. connections, there's not a lot there, but you can dig down this way. And then if we get to like mutations, play sound, I can add this. So if I come down to fields and I type, it adds the entire mutation for me, as well as a variable for the mutation. I can run the mutation. I can also come back here and pick subscriptions. So let's do this. Sound played. Let's add this subscription. And we'll get back to the type. Oh, it's not running. I don't have the server running. Anyway, if I had the server running, we could listen for subscriptions right here, send off mutations, and we would see those subscription updates happen right here in Explore, which is cool because subscriptions are notoriously hard to debug without first having a UI and a client set up to work with them. This allows you purely from a back-end standpoint, without any client, to be able to like do a full cycle of seeing what happens with your subscriptions and mutations. So that's pretty cool. Fields is another thing that I enjoy, but I don't know if this is going to have a lot. So this is just like, what are all the fields that are available throughout my schema, but I can search. So like I can look for connections or different things. And this doesn't matter with a schema that's 40 lines, but it matters with like a federated schema or a schema that's like hundreds of lines and, you know, like GitHub's schema or, you know, other folks. The other one is clients. So we can actually specify when we set up Apollo client across all the platforms, like give it a name when we connect. So you could have one for like web, mobile, iOS, and then you can kind of filter down on the queries and errors and data and stuff that's happening per client, which is also really nice. It's also nice because when I was talking about like schema checks, if something like breaks and it's like, oh, like you're going to break this query, it can tell you what client, like, oh, this is going to affect your iOS users if you merge this change. Yeah, which is pretty neat. Operations, we don't have like a good demo here, but I do if I switch to, we have like an example org, and they have a bit better data structure. Like they have more things happening. So like here, if I look at clients, they actually have clients, iOS versions, web, right? And unidentified clients. And so we start to get actually a lot more useful stuff here if we actually have a lot of data, right? If the API is active. So operations is just all kind of, you know, your metrics that you want to check. The most important being performance and errors. Traces are cool too. Services, history is neat. This is basically just like your change log, but in a bit of a cleaner interface. So we can look at every commit that's been done. I click on it and it tells me what properties were changed within that. Yeah, thank you, small brute. Yeah, and then last, the checks API. So this you can configure, like it will give you the reports of all the recent like checks, so you can see what's going on. And one thing I didn't mention, which is schema notifications. So like as your schema changes, or if like checks break, you can get like notifications for that, like Slack or email. And I mean, that's like the majority of it. That's I mean, it does a lot more, but that's like my short overview, spending way too much time on it.
Yeah. That's super neat. I mean, first things, just having a UI like that, and being able to look at all that kind of information somewhere is super neat. But otherwise, I think the point that you talked about GraphQL in production makes sense. Like having a GraphQL server in production, that needs a lot of, that needs us to take care of a lot of security points and things about reliability and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So looking at traces, looking at error reports and stuff like that makes a lot of sense. So that's pretty nifty.
Yeah, exactly. And it gets even niftier. Like, it's really cool. Like when you start looking at the traces and like what's happening across these requests, it gets really interesting to know like what is going on, like where's the latency happening. You can see where errors are happening, so it's like letting you know what's the time it's taking in each part of the resolver step And it's pretty cool. So like, you can start to dig down pretty deep into these metrics. Pretty cool. I'm a
Yeah.
fan. I like it. There's nothing like knowing what's going on with your data. When I was at Major League Soccer, this was a while ago, and this was called Engine back in that day, and it didn't have quite as many of the nice features as now, but a lot of them. But it saved my butt a few times, that's for sure. So I want to jump back to this check real quick, and so it seems that it reran it, but it's still looking for like, I don't know how to make it update because I think it doesn't have oh, I know what I can do. I can merge to, like, normally asks you if you want to, it's like out of date with main. Like I thought I want to merge that back in. All right, I'm not going to waste any more time on it because I kind of want to wrap up. We've been getting close to 2 hours. Oh wait. Oh no, that's on main, so that's why that works. But the problem is I can't get it to run the other action, unless maybe if I merge like main into my branch, right? Like rebase. How do you even do that? I haven't had to do that in so long.
Yeah, I just Google most of it.
Yep. Nope, not going to the Git. Yeah, I used to have to do this like all the time. It doesn't matter if it says. I just want the command. It should be like a one-line command. Git rebase, develop master, rebase of master to the develop branch. Boom, to rebase. So git rebase. Let's try this. Git rebase, and then you could do -I if you want it interactive. Like if I wanted, that's right, if I wanted to squash commits and stuff, but I don't. List products main. Oh shoot, I think that was wrong. Oh, that was backwards. It should have been git rebase main list products. Ugh. Shit.
Wow.
Undo rebase.
If only that would come on.
Yeah, right. But we haven't pushed it yet, so we should be good.
I can't believe I forgot how to do this.
Okay. So git reflog, then you find where it was, like where you want to go back to, and then you do git reset. Let's try that. So cool. Git reflog. Git reset soft head at 1. All right. Thank you, Matron X. That's awesome. Thank you for saving me. Hey. Oh, but it uncommitted that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. That's a bit better. Yeah, it doesn't know what env is yet. That makes sense. Okay, so we're back to normal. Thank you so much. List products. Yeah. All right, so now I can say git rebase main list products. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, what? List products is up to date. Oh, well, no, it shouldn't be. Oh, I didn't, this is why I got git fetch, folks. Man, I'm like getting back. Wow, I have not worked with git in a long time. All right. Oh, shit. Don't save. All right, so if I go here, where's my, like, GitHub folders? I'm confused now. I don't think this is working. What have I done? So there's GitHub. Okay. All right, so it's there. So let me try this one more time. Hey, okay. Okay. Now
Alright.
we're good. So
Successfully
now I'm
rebased.
on list products. Yeah, let me push and pull. Do all this stuff. Okay. Okay. So now if I go to GitHub, and we go to our pull request, it should run and it should work this time.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. But now it should be looking in the right place for the server file. If I did my, hey, found no breaking changes. So here's what's interesting. But it worked. It worked. I wish this was like bigger and like you could see it.
Yeah.
But it ran it, did the service check, it validated, it found no breaking changes. But if we look at the code, we actually changed the schema quite a bit. So like, how is it that when the schema went from this to this, there's no breaking changes, you might ask? Especially when we removed a query. Well, because Apollo Studio is using the data it has available to it, and so far nobody's really queried for hello. Like there's been like 3 queries for it. So it's not going to say like, oh, it's not going to break anything if it's removed. And all the other stuff is additive, so it's fine. So it passes. Well, okay, so we're done. So let's merge this, because this is nice. And we can, I think, wrap up here, because I would go longer, but I have to stop. Like I have, but we can merge this. Okay, so that is, we've got Nom Nom Ramen GraphQL API set up, and we've queried for our first products out of Stripe, which is pretty cool when you think about it. You know, and not a bad chunk of work for 2 hours time, not to mention all the conversating we did and like issues we hit with live share and stuff like that. But all in all, very productive getting started experience, I feel like. What about you?
Yeah, same. And thank you so much for handling this single-handedly.
Yeah,
Laying
it's
all the
such a
beans.
bummer. Such a bummer. Next time, we'll test,
Let's
we'll
make
set
it
up VS.
happen next time.
Yeah, for sure. What we'll do is we'll set up VS Code live share like ahead of time, make sure it's working. We'll like test it all out. Yeah. Yeah, but I think, I mean, so that wraps up today. Chat, if you have any quick questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get out of here. But before we do, Vish, what do you have going on? Is there anything you want to share with the stream that you got coming up, or anything cool going on at Hazara that you want to share? Like, drop it. Let's hear it.
Awesome. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming up at Hasura specifically. But from my side, I just took a little bit of break from content and stuff. But I'm back to making videos on things like data federation and hopefully some really cool live streams and stuff like that coming up.
Yeah,
So
heck
if you
yeah.
want to stay tuned for that, make sure that you stay in touch on my socials, which is Vishwa Mehta 30. You can see it at the bottom of the stream. And I'd
Yep.
love to have a chat with you all if you have any questions at all. And at Hasra, we have these monthly community calls. So if you want to know
Oh,
what's
nice.
going on, if you want to just catch up with the community, we'd love to have you.
Very cool. Very cool. I love it. Awesome. Thank you again for joining me. It was a blast. Just on my side, a couple updates. We have Launchpad coming up tomorrow, which is where we build small little bits of functionality, apps, libraries, things from start to finish over a couple episodes. Kind of like what we're doing here. This is really turning into a Launchpad. Yeah, this time we're going to be making a meme generator, like I said, that will allow you to create memes and have them pop up on the stream, boop, as we're doing things. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. We're going to be looking at subscriptions, Framer Motion, Cloudinary Image API. So a lot of interesting, cool things. Yeah, and then next week, of course, we got Orbit, where we talk about what's new on Monday, and then we'll be following up with more awesome mission mission briefings, which are yet to be determined. Lots of memes. There's going to be so many memes. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, that's it on my side. Seems no one else in the chat has got anything, so I think, like, without further ado, we could say goodbye to the folks on stream, and head on with our days and circle back on this later. Once again, Vish, thank you so much for joining me. It was an absolute pleasure. Yeah, next time it'll be a lot more of both of us coding, folks. So bear with us on the live share streaming issues. Yeah, and with that, we'll go ahead and see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.